It was an immediate firestorm on Twitter. Lots of people were baffled at best, enraged at worst after seeing this. That's a plus-size model, at least according to Calvin Klein. I mean, seriously, look at her. First of all, she's gorgeous, and that's a size 10, Mila Dalbasio. And people on Twitter are saying she's not even close to what they believe a plus-size person looks like. Twitter and Facebook really let CK and Elle magazine, the publication that featured their ad, have it. Kate Lever writes, "This model is not plus size, Calvin Klein. She's model size. Pretending otherwise is disingenuous." We have plus size model Emmy joining us via Skype. She's also the founder of Emmy Nation. Emmy, you were in the fashion industry. What do you think about the plus size, that quote, plus size model controversy?
I can't stand, number one, the term plus size. They're beautiful women,
Yes.
first and foremost. And to call a size 10, quote unquote, plus size is really unbelievable. However, Maya really looks beautiful. And if Calvin Klein is going to go beyond a size 0 or a 2 or a 4 and go to a 10, we'll take it. I think this is a step in the right direction. However, really categorizing her as a plus doesn't do anybody any justice.
I agree with you. And Emmy, I have to say, I've seen you in many ads, and you are gorgeous, and you've represented real women. I mean, these are real women, people. I know very few people who can fit into the size of clothes that the really stick figure models can fit into. So these are representing real people. But there are tons of people on Twitter right now who are saying this is downright dangerous. What do you think?
Right. Well, there's a very interesting happening this week. Within 2 days, we had Victoria's Secret's perfect body thing go on that you guys were talking about yesterday, and there was a huge uproar, huge, over in all over in Twitter and in Instagram and all that, and Facebook. And the hashtag that came from that is "I am perfect." Hashtag "I am perfect." So if you go and check out what happened because of the Victoria's Secret perfect body, there's a whole reality lineup of these women that look very much like normal people in the same kind of position as the Victoria's Secret thing. Now, with Calvin Klein coming out with the perfectly fit line and having a quote unquote plus size model who is size 10 in this, I think that there's something happening within the advertising and within the ethos. I think there's a tipping point that the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, women are talking.
Yeah.
Women are saying, we don't want to be categorized, and we don't want to look at images that are not like my own.
Yeah, and they're passionate about it. Somebody who also is passionate about it is Joanna Schroeder, executive editor at the Good Men Project. She was outraged on Twitter, and she joins us via Skype as well. Welcome, Joanna.
Hi, Summer. Hi, Emmy. It's great to meet you both.
Hi, Joanna.
It's great to meet you. Now, you think Calvin Klein using a size 10 model as their plus size is not good for young girls to see.
Yeah, I think Calvin Klein using Mila is great because she's gorgeous. She's a beautiful body. She looks different than the standard size 0 and size 2 models. And I'd love to see more women like her. She looks more like me, and I'm their market. But what worries me is when we start calling her big, because she's not big.
Yes.
She's actually around the same size as most women and around the same size as most young girls who are looking at this image. So when we start saying, oh, she's too big to be in this campaign, that's when I really worry. We also have a lot of beautiful plus size talented models who could be modeling plus size for Calvin Klein. And instead what we have is a woman who's a standard or straight size model who's supposed to be representing body diversity. And I'm not sure that's really happening.
Yeah, everybody's so beautifully different, and we do need to celebrate those differences. Now, Emmy, let's hear from the CK model herself talk about body image in the fashion industry.
I'm among one of many girls that are like in-betweenies. So we're like not skinny enough to be straight size, these like size 0, size 2 girls, and we're not large enough to be considered plus size. You can't be a plus size model, you can't model for plus size brands, because then the women that are truly plus size get pissed, and rightfully so. What do you do?
So maybe instead of calling her plus size, she should be the everyday woman. I'd like to thank both of you guys for joining us on this important subject, not only for us, but for the girls.
Thank you so much.